Hi, everybody. I'm Mom, Sandra.
I'm Ben, son.
It's been 17 days clean.
Yep.
How have you been feeling, Ben?
I've been feeling pretty good, I find that the temptation to do drugs and whatever has been lessening and lessening, and hasn't been very strong. I've been actually it's been better than I thought it would be going into it again and again. Lord knows I've relapsed enough times, and I find every time I've relapsed, I've just been getting better at staying clean and becoming more comfortable in my own skin, and it's being comfortable being sober opposed to thinking normal is being all messed up, and being messed up like high is normal, but now high is not normal. Now normal is normal. Whatever you want to call it, whatever normal is. But,
Yeah, what's normal, right?
but you know what I mean. Like,
So, the temptation you're saying isn't as strong and you're dealing with it better.
yeah.
And what I'm hearing is that because of the past relapses, and we always say, Ben and I always talk about relapses and it being part of recovery. And can you honestly say now that because of your past relapses that
I've done drugs long enough that now I'm tired of it. I feel like there's no point anymore. It's a waste of money, a waste of time, and I don't want to do it anymore. I've partied enough in my life, Now I've had my relapses that, sure they weren't intentional, but they still happened, and now I just gotta continue on and just do good from now on. I don't want to do it anymore.
and so one thing we were talking about, do you see a future without drugs yet, or how do you feel about your future? Because this is a big change, and this is a really good positive change as your mom, and seeing everything that you've gone through.
Yeah.
It's been hell and back, right? And I know for me, it's easier being with you when you're not using, and
Yeah.
I personally can see a brighter future. How do you see your future? Do you see one?
Not necessarily. I see one, but once in a while, I think, yeah, maybe one day I can have a job again, maybe have a family, but that's all long term. So I'm not really looking at that right now. I'm just looking at staying clean.
One day at a time?
One day at a time. I'm not like, yeah, sure, it would be nice to have all that one day, but I gotta work up towards that. I can't just snap my fingers and boom, I have a family and a job and I'm clean for 5 years. You have to wait 5 years to be clean 5 years, you know what I mean? So I'm working on it. So right now I don't really see too much of a future, but I see one starting to open up. I'm more comfortable. I'm getting more comfortable with being myself and being sober, and
that's huge.
before I wasn't comfortable when I was sober. I'd be withdrawing, or I'd be like, I need to get high to be myself, but I don't need to get high to be myself. I just need to be clean to be myself and just live another day. Like remember the days before drugs. I try to remember about the days before drugs when I was a happy little kid doing my dirt jumps and whatever on my bike or skateboarding. Like I try to remember the good old days and remember what it was like without drugs to try to stay off it.
No, and for me, seeing you like this and being sober is awesome, and I am so proud of you, and I say that to you all the time. And I always say, Ben, more importantly, I want you to be proud of yourself. Are you feeling that yet? Proud of yourself?
Not quite yet. I'm barely a month. I'm not even a month yet. Maybe when I'm a year, I'll be more proud. It's hard for me to be proud of myself. I've never really been proud of myself ever in my life. So to be proud of myself, that's a big step, I've never really cared about my life very much.
But now that you're saying you're 17 days, to me, that is something to celebrate.
Well,
Do you
I've
feel
been
proud about
17
that?
days before. I've been just about 3 months before.
Okay.
So I still have to get past that to then know that it's for real this time.
Right.
I want it to be for real this time. I'm trying to make it for real this time,
Well,
But it's still fresh,
okay.
It's easy to get stuff, I'm trying my best to stay away from it, So
That's good.
Only time will tell.
One day at a time, 1 minute at a time sometimes.
Even 1 second,
In 1 second. And I just want to say to all our viewers, thank you so much for your comments and support. I do read them to Ben all the time.
I love hearing all the great things I have to say about it, and me and my mom, and rooting me on, thank you. Giving me strength.
I tell Ben I'm his biggest cheerleader, but I know that there are hundreds of other cheerleaders out there for you, Ben.
Yeah.
So let's just celebrate 1 day at a time, 1 minute at a time, and, continue feeling comfortable being sober.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it. Feeling comfortable. Being clean.
It's not everybody's comfortable clean. Everybody
That's right.
feels like their alternate self is their real self. They forget about the days before they ever did drugs, because they've been doing drugs for so long. Like, I know at one point I thought I was going to be doing meth till the day I died.
Yeah.
And look at me, I quit. I haven't touched meth in like a year.
Which is great.
You know what I mean?
You're 23 years old. You've been using for almost half your life, not quite. So we're
About half my life.
Yeah, about half your life, and we're just gonna keep taking 1 day at a time. Work through those temptations. Remember that you got this, and remember I am cheering you on, buddy. When Ben did sports, I was the loudest cheerleader. I'm cheering you on.
I hear from the stands or whatever.
And I'm doing it now, and now your village has grown, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And we're just going to keep taking 1 day at a time. Thank you all so much. And remember, where there is breath,
there is hope.
Amen. Take care, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.